Alessandro Volta was an Italian scientist. He is best known for his discovery of the first electric battery. His work changed the way we think about electricity. Volta's discovery helped shape the future of science and technology. Volta was born in 1745 in Como, Italy. He was a very curious child. From a young age, he showed an interest in science. As he grew older, Volta studied at the University of Pavia. At the university, he learned about physics, chemistry, and natural sciences. Volta was particularly interested in electricity. In those days, people knew electricity existed, but they didn't understand it very well. In the 18th century, scientists made many discoveries about electricity. They discovered that certain materials could create electric charges. However, they did not know how to make electricity flow continuously. That was until Volta made his great discovery. Volta began working on electricity in the late 1700s. He wanted to find a way to produce electricity in a reliable and continuous way. At the time, scientists believed that electricity could only be produced by rubbing certain materials together. They thought that rubbing two objects, such as amber and fur, created a spark of electricity. But Volta disagreed with this idea. He believed that electricity could be produced using chemical reactions instead of just friction. To test his idea, Volta started conducting experiments. He worked with metals and liquids. He experimented with different combinations of metals to see if they could create a continuous flow of electricity. Through his experiments, Volta discovered that when two different metals were connected with a wet material, they produced a steady flow of electric current. Volta's experiment was a breakthrough in the study of electricity. He had created the first electric battery. This was the first device that could produce a steady flow of electricity. The battery was called the voltaic pile. It was made up of alternating discs of zinc and copper. These discs were separated by pieces of cloth or cardboard soaked in salt water. The voltaic pile was the first source of continuous electric current. It was an important step in the history of electricity. Volta's discovery of the electric battery was groundbreaking. It opened up new possibilities for scientists to explore electricity further. With the voltaic pile, Volta showed that electricity could be generated in a controlled way. Before this, scientists had only been able to create small, temporary sparks of electricity. Volta's work was recognized all over Europe. Many scientists were excited about the potential of his discovery. Volta's invention became the foundation for many future developments in electricity. The voltaic pile helped scientists to understand electricity better. It also made it possible to conduct more experiments and tests that led to new discoveries. In recognition of his work, Volta was given many honors. He was made a professor at the University of Pavia. He was also awarded many prizes for his work in science. One of the most important honors he received was from Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon was impressed by Volta's work and made him a count. Volta's name was celebrated across Europe. Although Volta is best known for his work with electricity, he made other contributions to science. He also worked on the study of gases. He helped to improve the understanding of how gases behave under pressure. He also made important discoveries in the field of thermodynamics. Despite his many achievements, Volta never stopped being curious. He continued to experiment and explore new ideas throughout his life. Volta's invention of the electric battery was not the end of his work. He continued to contribute to the field of electricity until his death. His discoveries led to the development of many other electrical devices. Today, we use electric batteries in almost every device we use. From cell phones to cars, batteries are a crucial part of modern technology. Without Volta's work, many of these inventions would not be possible. Volta's discovery also inspired many other scientists. One of the most famous scientists who was influenced by Volta was Michael Faraday. Faraday built on Volta's work to create the first electric motor. This was another important step in the development of electrical technology. Today, Faraday is also remembered as one of the fathers of electricity. Volta's name is still remembered today. The unit of electric potential, the volt, is named after him. Every time we measure voltage, we are honoring Volta's work. His contributions to science are still felt around the world. He was a pioneer in the study of electricity, and his discoveries continue to shape our world. In addition to his scientific achievements, Volta's work had a lasting impact on society. His invention of the electric battery made it possible to store energy and use it when needed. This made it easier to power machines, light up cities, and develop new technologies. His work laid the foundation for the modern electrical age. Today, we take electricity for granted. We use it in our homes, schools, and workplaces every day. But it wasn't always this way. It took scientists like Volta to help us understand and harness the power of electricity. Without his discoveries, our world would be very different. Alessandro Volta's work changed the world. He was a true pioneer in the field of science. His discovery of the electric battery was one of the most important scientific achievements of his time. It paved the way for the development of modern electricity. Thanks to Volta, we have a better understanding of how electricity works and how we can use it to improve our lives. Even though Volta lived over 200 years ago, his work continues to influence modern science. He showed the world that with curiosity and determination, great discoveries are possible. Today, we honor his memory by using the very technology that his work helped to create. Alessandro Volta may have passed away in 1827, but his legacy lives on through the inventions and discoveries that followed.